How many times do we continuously put other people before us? How many times are we there for people who won't be there for us? How many times do we keep neglecting ourselves and our goals and our dreams for that said relationship, for that friendship, for whatever ship it is that won't pour back into us? Good morning. S.H.E here. Listen, I have been wanting to talk about this message that has been heavy on my heart for about maybe 2 weeks now. But before I get into the message, go ahead and go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, and let's get into this message. Okay? For about 2 weeks now, I've been hearing the thought or the words, how many times, how many times, how many times, how many times. I kept hearing it, didn't know why I was hearing it, didn't know what it meant, but I meditated on it. And this is what I came up with. This is what God said to me. How many times do we continuously put other people before us? How many times are we there for people who won't be there for us? How many times do we keep neglecting ourselves and our goals and our dreams for that said relationship, for that friendship, for whatever ship it is that won't pour back into us? How many times does he have to keep saving us? How many times do we neglect him when things are good, but when it's bad, we at his door banging, begging, and crying? How many times? I don't know about y'all, but for me, it's been many times. But going forward, it can't be any more times. Me first. Self-love, self-care. And when I say putting yourself first, in some instances, I'm not saying neglect your kids, but sometimes you have to be in front of your kids in order to be the mom or the parent that they need. You have to take care of you inside and out. If you are mentally messed up, you won't be the greatest person for your kids. If you are physically messed up, how are you going to take care of your kids, provide for your kids, what have you? So you have to take care of you. You have to put you first. And you have to just be the head of your life. With God, of course. Because how many times, if you don't put you first, if you don't put your foot down, if you don't set those boundaries, how many times are you going to allow people to run over you? How many times are you going to go through that same life lesson? How many times? How many times? How many times? I hope after hearing this message, your answer is no more. Me first. You gotta love you first. You gotta take care of you first. Because if you don't, there's nobody coming for you. And God gonna have your back, but you gotta seek him for that. So, how many times are we gonna continue to let the same thing happen, expecting a different result? We're not. Today is that day. Subscribe, share, like, and understand for the rest of this month, we need more self-love, more self-care. This is the month of love. This is Black History Month. Get into it.